Ionics, and welcome back. Are we live? I think we are. Or did I mess up anything again? I'm completely lost today. Like, this was really a horrible day so far, which also had a horrible week until now. So I have really no idea if the stream's working now or not. I just hope so. So please, if you're in the chat, come on, please work. So I had a major mix-up with pretty much everything. So exactly at 3 p.m. when I wanted to start the stream, exactly at that time the stream crashed. Not only the stream, but basically everything. Now I also got the wrong name for the stream, and I feel like, I don't know, if you've been waiting inside this stream or have you been somewhere else, because it has now the wrong name. Everything's completely messed up in YouTube, so a horrible start, horrible start. I'm so sorry. This of course shouldn't happen, and I don't know why it happened. Now, most likely this also messed up my streaming settings for YouTube, because it's now also showing the wrong preview image. Like, everything is completely messed up. Oh, this is so epic. So the week started pretty great. Hey Ray, yeah. Hey Marvin, hey India, hey Binky. Have you been waiting for the stream, or did you just notice that I came live right now? Could you let me know in the chat? That would be really helpful for me, because I try to figure out. Yeah, this should be like, I should be in a different chat. I should be somewhere else, and I don't know why I'm not inside that video. This is like completely mixed up. So most likely people don't really know that we're here in this stream right now, which will confuse them. Just notice, got a confusion, got a notification. I really wonder what Streamlabs did this time, because I can schedule a stream like I did, and people were waiting in that stream, but yeah. What can I say? Oh, so cool, so great. No, anyway, we're in this stream. Let's hope some people come over here. I try to somehow let the people know that we're in a different stream. Let me try. Put a link into the other stream. The stream that will never happen. It's like I'm new to all of this. Well, anyway, so let's see who is already with us. Now, can I please find this? Love from India, Sonal, 1989 people already watching. That's great. Welcome all of you once again. Welcome, Simonics. Great to see you. I've been looking forward so much to this live stream. And then at 3 p.m. my whole Mac freeze and crashed, and I just wanted to use my little AirPods, and then the whole audio setup was mixed up, and yeah, now I'm wearing the headphones. I usually don't really like to wear them for that long, for whatever reason. I don't know, my brain doesn't like them. Because I also wanted to show you that I got a little, the little Peaky Blinders cut. It's not that short as the Peaky Blinders, but well, it's coming close to it. The top wasn't long enough, so I couldn't get the whole Peaky Blinder cut, but it's actually a lot shorter on the sides, and I enjoy it. Besides that, yeah, let's go through all the bad news first. Our car was stolen on Sunday. That was great. When you go out at 7 a.m. and right in front of your door there's no more car, and you wonder where the car is gone. So that was pretty epic. Notification. Hey Ray, hey Sonal, hey everyone, hey Jonathan. Great to see all of you here in the chat. I'm just gonna put the new URL to Twitter as well. Okay, there we go. Yeah, of course. Now, also the thumbnail is wrong. Like, what a horrible start. Besides the stolen car, also had a lot of issues with other projects. Just earlier this morning, I spent like 2 or 3 hours optimizing a MongoDB queries, and we had to get a new leasing car. So the whole week was just completely chaotic. But I've been looking forward to the stream. Now here we are, because like after the stream, I go for a walk in about an hour. And then it's already almost Friday, and Friday is, well, it's not like the other days of the week, so this feels like the beginning of the weekend. So, let's just do a bit of applause, because that cheers me up, because we're just 17 people, because I mixed up the stream. Most likely if we had been in the other one, would have been more than 30. But anyway, we gonna start, because what I want to show you today is interesting. So let's move on. Oh, yeah, I didn't expect my Stream Deck to work. Why should you work? Real like. So good. Expert streamer here. Okay, what I wanted to show you today, or actually give a try, is integrating capacitor plugins in an Ionic React application. I think I pretty much never did this before. So far, I only created a blank new Ionic application using the Ionic CLI. I'm just gonna hit Ionic serve. No, I actually don't know why I installed Fig. I don't want Fig. I'm fine with Terminal. So let's dive into this and see what we can do. Here we go. Yeah, Sam, I don't know what happened today. Like, I completely messed up my whole week. I messed up the whole week pretty much. Let me put this here. Most likely something horrible will happen during the stream. Like, I don't know anything. I clicked the wrong button or the wrong shortcut and everything shuts down or something like that. So let's see. It's a nice epic preview. Let's just use the web preview. Looks even a bit better. There we go. Now we just need to make this a bit smaller. Probably not the web preview that big. And then we can finally start. So to integrate capacitor plugins, you first of all need to put down the volume a bit, because that sound is really annoying. What is this? Like, this sounds horrible. Can we just have something like lo-fi? So there we go. Let's start simple with actual capacitor plugins. In terms of actual capacitor plugins, I mean like the core official plugins. They are not part of your app automatically, so you still need to install them like this, npm install the camera. But they are maintained by the capacitor team. So whenever you see a major capacitor update, those plugins will work pretty much on day 0. I just wonder, in my application here, in my Ionic React application, let's check out the package.json. Okay, we got capacitor core, camera. That's cool. That's cool. So we also already got the information for the iOS and Android native projects. So let's run Ionic cap add iOS, which will add the native platform for iOS. And then we can also do the same for Android. This actually works. That's cool. Ionic cap add Android. I wonder, how do you prefer your coffee right now? We got a full machine for this, but I got like 5 or 6 different devices to make my coffee. So right now I'm actually grinding the beans with a hand grinder, and then doing the, what's it called? The AeroPress, I think. Yeah, the AeroPress. So this little device here. This is my current preferred way to make a coffee, and it tastes just so good. It's really not that I want any kind of kick from the coffee. I just like the taste so much currently. Delicious. All right, let's try to integrate our capacitor core plugin. We're gonna do the native fun later. We probably want to also install the Ionic PWA elements since we're on the web. So let's add them as well. Once we got that for React, we also need to import define custom elements. Actually, I think you can't really read this. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. So we need to import define custom elements to our index tsx and then call define custom elements after the render function or at some point. So then we got a little overlay for the camera. I don't know what does this package include anything else besides the camera? Plugins for the toast. Okay, for the toast we're gonna see some additional things as well. But then let's go ahead and add this code to our homepage to take a picture. Adding all the imports. And then we got an image element. Well, I probably wouldn't do it like this. I'm also, I don't think I want a Yuri. I want actually, well, for now, let's use the Yuri. Whatever. Oh no, I must think we're in React, right? We have my image, set image. Okay, then I just got to call it image and set image. Use state, and at the beginning, this will be null. Then we should be able to call set image with the actual image URL. And we of course don't want to do this here. Yeah, null as any to make any every TypeScript compiler happy. Okay, failed, whatever. This is so great. If you unexpected token, where's an unexpected token? I can't see an unexpected token. Oh, I see a missing token, but that wasn't unexpected. Don't tell me it's unexpected if it's missing. So let's add a button. Actually, I'm gonna remove this iOS fun in here. This always breaks like everything. It just confuses people. So I'm gonna go with a button, expand. Yeah, not that, expand, full. On click, we're gonna call our function, which was called something like take picture, right? So let's do it like this, take picture. Make sure we're also binding this automatically. And then we should have a nice button. All right, because I sometimes fear that the preview is then using my webcam, I'm gonna add another option to get photo, which is the source, I think. So we can use camera source dot, I'm just gonna go with photos. We could also use prompt, which would prompt us. But let's try it like this. And then we can also put in a look for our image once we're done. So we even get a little bit of a debugging here. All right, let's try this. Take picture. And we get a web path. Actually, I think on a real device, we wouldn't get a web path. But for now, let's be happy with the web path. Image, and then we can bind the source to our image URL, can't we? Image must have an else, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Still not happy with that. Cannot find name image, yeah, it's also called just image, Simon. Why you do this to me? So let's take another picture, and then voila! This already works nicely on the web. Now, the interesting question is, will this also work on a real device? If we want to deploy it, where do we want to deploy this? Let's do Android today. We haven't done Android in a long time. So, little information. No, let's do the configuration first, because otherwise our application would crash. So for Android, what we need is to add those two permissions to the Android app source main resources, the Android manifest, there it is. And then put it right here. Because with Capacitor, we of course can change the native projects easily, no problem. Now I'd actually like to use live reload with Android. Let's hope this works. Ion cap run Android -- live reload -- external, and this should hopefully, yes, list my node. Okay. Okay, good thing it happened now. Could not find the web assets directory because we haven't made a single Ionic build first. So before doing your Capacitor fun native builds, always make a build. Let's check what's going on in this chat. The browser Capacitor Plug-In did not compile today. It couldn't find a suitable pod file for iOS. That sounds also like you had a lot of fun, Ray. It's really the type of problems I really love. I also got one more for that category. Let's see. Welcome, Rudy. I'm super happy to help. Welcome, Andre. Thanks for everything you do. Just happy to share. Glad you're all in here. Now, I got one for the spending time on something useless. Earlier today, I tried to make my static block build in the Svelte project work again. But I just couldn't make it. I had so many problems with the build tools and setting up everything and configuring and updating versions, and I spent like 60 or 90 minutes on this. And in the end, the problem was I was on the wrong directory. Like, I completely wasted 60 minutes or 90 minutes on this. This is like, I don't know how this can happen. It happens all again and again. Like, I don't know. I should have noticed at some point, but well. All right, starting real days will be warning. So SDK location not found. Are you not happy with my C#, my config, or what's your problem? Because I didn't touch my environment or anything. Yeah, no issues found, and then you immediately crash. This is so cool. Let's, in that case, let's just opt for iOS. I don't know what's wrong, and I really don't want to debug anything else today anymore. I just want to write some nice code and deploy for for iOS, of course. Also, first need to configure the signing, because if I don't configure the signing, where's Xcode, the application won't work. And since we're there, we can also do the fun for the iOS plist. So let's do this app info plist, and I'm gonna open this as source code. Little hack: if you don't want to play around with the freaky table view, just go in here and say key ns whatever fun from Apple string cool reason. Of course, in production, please use a real really good reason, because Apple actually checks this, and if you put in whatever, they will definitely complain and not approve your application. That's the word. So I also noticed there's something, the pods is not there. Please, I hope this is not the problem Ray had earlier today. Like, I'm just gonna run a npx cap sync and hope that, yeah, the project looks fine so far. So let's now try finally to get the live reload up and running. Ionic cap run iOS live reload external, full steam ahead, please. At the same time, I'm also gonna launch the reflector application, and if we're lucky, like 10 minutes later, oh yeah, I forgot why I went into the project. I wanted to enable my code signing. This week, I'm so happy when it's a weekend. Like, anyone else looking forward to the weekend? Can you show an example of a mobile app using Vue 3 in Ionic? I'm not that much into Vue yet, so I can't really. This is on my list as well after React, but so far, So far, we're first of all checking out. Thanks for subscribing. How's the experience using Angular 14? Well, I don't know if I've used it in many projects so far besides the stream last week. So far I enjoyed Angular 14. Definitely brings some cool improvements. Hey Chuck, good morning, sir. You finally made it. That's cool. What's cool as well is that, of course, the application is now crashing on my device. Did I add like a... I added an alt tag here, yeah. So let's see. I think we're live in my phone. If I see a preview, that would mean we are actually live. So there we go. Da 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 da. Let's try and snap a picture. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's my new haircut. I'm gonna use that picture. Hey, it actually works. That's cool. But because I don't want to go to my photos on a device all the time, I'm actually gonna change the code here to not use photos, but use the camera source dot prompt instead. So hopefully the live reload works. If not, then well, I don't expect it to work. Will it work? Yeah, it actually does. I'm always confused because React does this reload automatically, like only updating the state, and that's just too fast for me. So we got a photo of a camera and we can use that. Well, that works great. I didn't expect this to work that easy. But voila, we just made this like 10 minutes and we already got a working Capacitor Ionic React application. It's really that easy. What can we do as well? That was way too easy. I expected this to be really a lot more challenging. Maybe we're gonna try more plugins. I think what I wanted to do besides an actual capacitor plugin is checking out if you can use Cordova plugins with Ionic React. So I definitely know you can use Cordova plugins within capacitor applications, but I don't know how well this works with React. So we're gonna check this out. We will actually use, I think, Ionic Native, which is not called Ionic Native anymore. I think it's called Awesome Cordova Plugins at this point. So a little history about this. If you go into the Ionic documentation and go into Native, you will see a switch between capacitor plugins and Cordova plugins, because in the past there were a bunch of Cordova plugins, and in the past there was no capacitor. Then for those Cordova plugins, you could use all of them with JavaScript. That was, well, it was okay, but it wasn't really great. So Ionic came up with the idea of having Angular typings and wrappers for TypeScript around a bunch of Cordova plugins, like the most used plugins. Or you could also just submit something to the repository. It's not that hard to create a wrapper. So we had Ionic Native. And people were using Ionic Native. Ionic Native was pretty cool. For example, let's use like the barcode scanner. So with Cordova, you would just add the Cordova plugin and install the Ionic Native wrapper. But at some point there was a lot of confusion around Ionic Native, because Ionic Native and Capacitor and Native, like, people didn't really know what to choose here, Capacitor, Cordova, and what to install. So they rebranded the whole Ionic Native thing to Awesome Cordova Plugins, because it's just a collection of great Cordova plugins which happen to have TypeScript wrappers. So with that being said, we will now use these Awesome Cordova plugins with React. However, usually you should just use capacitor plugins if possible. So maybe let's try to use the barcode scanner. I haven't used this in a long time. Let's go ahead. We need to import and install a few things. PhoneGap plugin barcode scanner, and then the according Awesome Cordova plugins barcode scanner wrapper. I think we also should install some kind of core package. Yeah, npm install add Cordova plugins core. Definitely want that as well. Okay, then we got the Cordova plugin, we got the core and this. And for React, we apparently just need to run Ionic Cap Sync. Yeah, so that means we need to kill our live reload once. Because we added new plugins, and if you're adding new plugins which access native functionality, you're gonna have to restart. Meanwhile, we can also check out the PhoneGap documentation. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. PhoneGap plugin barcode scanner. Is there anything we need to watch out for? NS camera usage description. Okay, we already added the info plist thing for the NS camera usage description, so we should be fine. So then I will just run the live reload again, and we're gonna see, hopefully, if we can integrate the barcode scanner. That's gonna be really... there's no code snippet for React. Well, we can do it. Const start scanner, new function, and within that function, we're gonna somehow call the barcode scanner. Okay, somehow call a barcode. Okay, there's nice snippet, thanks. So importing the barcode scanner from the awesome Cordova plugins package. And then let's see, are we actually here? And we're gonna call this one scan and start the scanner. Yes, we're live with our app. That's cool. Actually, we don't really. Come on. Keys, shortcuts. It's been really an awesome week. So why do we have just 16 people watching? I assume because we mixed up with the yeah, there's still 5 people waiting in the other video, and they're like, Simon, you forgot us? You still coming? Yeah, I would really love to if I don't know why Streamlabs connected with a new video. This was definitely not my intention. So sorry about that. So let's see, we wanted to use the barcode scanner. Most likely we can just call the barcode scanner now. I don't know exactly how it works. Well, it has a scan function. We can put in some options. And once we got this, yeah, it's a promise. So we get back a result. And then we're gonna just log out the result. Actually, that's gonna be a problem because we can't really log out the result. Like what does the barcode scan result look like? Barcode scan result. Format cancel text. There's actually a text. Okay, so let's try and display the text in an Ion card. Ion card content. I'm gonna use we need another barcode and set barcode. So we're going to display the barcode value here, and here we're going to call set barcode with the result.text. Okay, that looks cool, looks promising. Yeah, we just need the right buttons, and then we should be able to scan something. Okay, oh nice. Which means I need a QR code or a barcode. Anyone got a barcode for me? Let's use this free barcode generator, Ionic Blocks.com. Oh, we need to talk about Ionic Blocks. Let's see. Can I just get this a little bit bigger? I don't want this. Okay, let's see if we can scan this. Let's make this a bit bigger and help the scanner. Okay, can you scan this? I don't know. Do I need to print this or anything? Or maybe make it a bit smaller? Like, is this better for you? Yes! Oh, nice! It works! And I turned my device because I was so excited. Alright, so, barcode scanner. It's that easy. That was pretty cool, like integrating this. All it took was really installing the awesome Cordova plugins package in the Cordova plugin, just like we did normally, and then use it from there. I didn't expect this to be that easy. So yeah, I know the buttons on my machine are not working. So let's take a little break to see what's going on in the chat. And I still got coffee. Rohit, first time saw you live on YouTube. Yeah, I currently try to be live every Thursday afternoon German time. It's 3 p.m. German time. I think this is GMT +2. I think it should be something like 9 a.m. Eastern. I hope Chuck can confirm this. I don't know about the US time zones. They have like Eastern time. And there's UTC and GMT. Like, I hate time zones. I hate them with a passion, really. Couldn't we just agree on one thing? Like, why do we need 5 or 10 different time zones? Your eyes are kind of crazy wide open. I don't know. I will look into the camera and then look into my stream. Let me check. Oh, they were bright. Yeah, they're definitely very bright. I didn't have that much coffee yet. Perhaps it's because of my Peaky Blinder haircut and the hair is just shorter, which makes the eyes pop out. I don't know. I have no idea. That's crazy. What else is going on? Tiago, delicious. Yeah, it's definitely delicious. If you're from a country which is producing nice coffee, always reach out and send me some coffee, and I'm gonna make a live coffee tasting here on the stream. Really enjoying good coffee. Oh. But I feel like we're almost through with this coffee, so there's not really a lot anymore. What I wanted to show you, I don't know if you've seen this before, but we're gonna do this, is Ionic Blocks. We talked about this last week as well. It's actually doing good. So the early bird phase is going great. Yeah, only 60 seats left. And you can still sign up at ionicblocks.com for an early bird account. Already got quite some feedback from 3 people. One person has already built an application based on all the components of Ionic Blocks, which is pretty amazing. So if you don't know this, with Ionic Blocks, you get access to the HTML and CSS for a bunch of different page templates, just like these here. And you can just copy paste them into your own application. So that's super easy, super convenient to create directly a page like this, list. And all of this is just styled. Also, there's no specific functionality in the background. It's just HTML and CSS. So this is just to make sure that all of these templates work in your application. If there was some TS related things, that's a lot harder to integrate. So this is like Tailwind UI. You can check it out at ionicblocks.com. Bunch of great templates, more coming soon. So far only Angular, but if enough people ask for Vue or React, I'm definitely gonna make that work as well. And while we're here, also, of course, go check out the Ioniq Academy, my place to help you with everything Ionic, the best place to learn Ionic, make progress with Ionic, get better with Ionic. Currently working actually on the first React content for the Ioniq Academy, but you can by now also browse our templates and see a template preview. I set this up this week. So we have the template preview for the library, and we can now see hosted preview versions of all the templates. Yes, this is a template that you can easily access if you're a member of the Ioniq Academy, and there's actually a whole library of templates available that you can check out. So ionicacademy.com. If you're not yet a member, you know what to do right now or after the stream, whatever you prefer. And of course, Ionic Blocks if you want some great block templates. Now, Daniel, your tutorials really makes a person from 0 to hero. Yeah, I always try. Actually, I also always try to start at 0. I think this is a lot easier for people to follow along. Because, well, like, yeah, it's cool to have some kind of series or so with 5 posts where you build up something big. But for all the other tutorials, I really try to go from a blank application, because then there's no dependency, nothing people need to do up front. I try to show every code. Like when I got a problem and search around, I hate it when I find posts and then they only show parts of a file, so you don't really get the whole picture. You make a few copy issues and at the end nothing works. Or they already did something before that you have no idea about. So all of this is really, I just try to make that in a better way and just do pretty much every time zero to hero tutorials. Hope to present Ionic with Leaflet in a simple, I haven't used Leaflet yet. So yeah, but I could do a Leaflet in the future. Native storage or SQLite for amazing images. What exactly is amazing images? And by the way, I wouldn't store images in either one of them. So if you want to store some kind of images, I would write them to the file system, because native storage, I don't know exactly what you mean with native storage. Maybe you're talking about capacitor storage. So for capacitor storage, it's under the hood anyway, just using the user defaults, which is more of a key value storage. So really for capacitor storage is just for strings, some settings. While SQLite is really like SQL, but then you wouldn't really store images inside an SQL database normally. Yes, I think you can do this. And of course you could store base64, but maybe we're gonna implement this, why not? Let's somehow do this. So let's try and snap a picture and then store it to local storage. Actually, Actually, no idea how to use Ionic Storage with React, but eventually we're gonna figure this out. So let's see. Ionic Storage, there we go. So this should be, if you're using Angular. No, I'm not using Angular. Who is using Angular? Nobody's using Angular. Did anyone ever use Angular? No. We're just here to use React. Okay, usage with React, Vue, Vanilla, whatever. Store. Okay. We could probably do this in an advanced way with our own hook, but I don't feel like I want to do it today with a hook. So we're gonna do it with use effect here. There we go, use effect. And then we're gonna make sure that this is only run one time in the beginning. Actually, we could use an Ionic hook instead. What's it called? Use ion view will enter. Yes, there's actually something from Ionic that we can use. So just putting in a lock enter here, and we should see if we're opening this up and reload, we see enter up here. Can I also increase the lock? Yeah, nice. Then you can maybe have at least a tiny chance to read my lock statements. By the way, I don't want to show the image. So let's do this. If image. Actually, I think this is not the syntax, right? Oh, this is definitely not the right syntax. What's it like? I think I need the hash. Come on. I forgot this. I forgot the syntax for an if with React. We really are stream. We arrived at the bottom of my skills. Like I completely forgot how this worked. Don't I just? I think I just make an if. It's the syntax again. If image send help. What's the image? The syntax. This should be right. Okay, chat. Angular is more stable to work. Still not having a lot of fun with React yet. Well, I actually do have fun with React. But but I'm just an idiot and can't remember a certain syntax. I really feel like this is, I don't know what I'm making wrong. I think it should look like this. Expression expected. Isn't this like, yeah, do I need those brackets to return this? Like that wouldn't really make any sense. Go Angular. Well, I've used Angular for so long. It's not that Angular is boring. But, well, yeah. I think we can just do it differently. Can we just do it with image like this? And then do this. And otherwise, do nothing. Haha, I've beaten it. Let's just use the short form. Can I use Daisy UI with Ionic? I don't know what exactly is Daisy UI. Daisy UI Tailwind, most popular for you. I think this comes down to using if you can use Tailwind with Ionic, and yes, you can use Tailwind with Ionic. So I also think you can use Daisy UI with, although actually it looks interesting. Never checked this out before. It's pretty cool. Is this like, is it paid or is this free? Daisy UI, C components. Damn, so many components. They really got a lot of stuff in here. Looks cool. I should probably check this out. You can, if you can use Daisy UI with Angular, you can also use it with Ionic. But the problem is adding something like Tailwind or Daisy UI to your Ionic application. Ionic is pretty much an UI framework, so adding Daisy doesn't really make any sense unless you say, okay, I'm going to use Daisy for the web and only Ionic components for mobile. In that case, I can see the point of it. But otherwise, I don't know, but I think it should be possible. So the question was, is it possible? And I do think it is possible. Okay, we wanted to integrate the, yeah, of course it's gone, the Ionic Storage package, of which I have no idea how it works with React, but we're gonna figure this out. So we installed it. We're gonna import storage now. And we're going to initialize this right here. Can we make this an asynchronous function? How about that? Yeah, the usage seems to be the same like with Angular. And then we're going to use it. No, I don't want to use it with Angular. In React Vanilla JavaScript, okay, I can define the drivers. Yeah, I don't want to do this. SQLite, yeah, we could do this as well. Define the drivers, but we don't really have to. We can anyway just use it as it is. So let's give this a try. When I snap a picture, I'm just gonna use the image URL. Oh, will this be saved? Oh, I hope so. So let's call storage dot. Hey, what's this? I should probably keep track of the storage. Constore set store, and then we're going to use state null as any again, and then we're gonna and then we're going to call set store to keep track of our new store. Okay, you cool with that? We're cool. So let's try. Now I get no typings for this, right? As any, okay, now it gets really tricky. Or storage. Can this work? No, most likely this can't really. Let's see. Await store.set my image. Set the image URL. I don't know if this will write anything to our storage. We gonna see. We'll just go to application, Ionic Storage, Gonna delete these, so then we don't have anything stored here. And then we're gonna take a new picture from photos. Use this. It worked. We have written something to storage. Oh, that's cool. Like, it's really fun to figure things out of which I have no idea. Let's also try to initially load the last image that we had. So on use Ion view will enter. It should persist this, right? It should work. So therefore, we should be able to call const image or from storage equals store dot get. I want to get my image. Let's make this a const image key. It's usually a lot safer if you do it like this. If you use it in two places, just immediately do it. You're gonna do it more often. Okay, from storage, now I'll set image with from storage. All right, let's see. On refresh, it should load this image. Let's see where we went wrong. Most likely because this is an asynchronous operation, so we should add a wait in here. Still not working. We gonna fix this. Let's see what this logs out. Okay, this logs out blob, whatever. It might be the case that the image is not stored after this. So let's use the base 64 string of an image instead, which will most likely break something. Because I think we need to add something to that string. I really need this as a shortcut, like there's something you have to add in front of the image. Yeah, found this on random Stack Overflow. So this should always look like this. Then we got the image URL and we can save it. Let's try again. Okay, let's take a picture from photos. Let's use, I don't know, let's use this one. Okay, it displays. We got the base 64 string. If we check out application, where's application? Oh, up there. And see, yes, we got the base 64 string. And if I hit refresh, it is still there. Nice. So we've made, we finished the integration here for storage. I didn't expect this today. I'm really happy it works. But store, I'd really like to have typings for the store. I feel like, how do I give this a type? Is this the right place? I don't think. React. Where do I add the type for that line? I don't think I have to add it somewhere later. So what's going on, chat? Message, okay. How's it going, Kellen? Yeah, it's going horrible actually. It has been a horrible week and I messed up the stream today, which was just fitting. So that's how it goes. I've been writing a lot of capacitor plugins at the moment. That's more fun for me. Yeah, that is actually really fun to write. I did this a few months ago, I think. And that was definitely fun. Anything related to capacitor is usually fun. Did you try the Party Town plugin from Builder? I know. No. Like so many things I wanted to try, but I never get to all of them. What are you working on? I'm working on right now a little example which is mostly finished. So we're able to take a picture. We integrated Cordova plugin. We now integrated Ionic Storage. So we actually did quite a few interesting things in here, which is pretty cool for today. I probably just want to add one more function to delete the delete stored image. And then we're good to go. Then I want to show you something else. Let's do await store dot. Yeah, I get no code completion. That's kind of pity. That's really a problem. Well, await store dot. I think it's delete or remove. It's remove or delete. One of those. And I also set the image URL back to null. I don't know, is it delete stored image, delete, definitely need of color danger. Let's see, we delete. Okay, it is definitely not delete, and it's remove. Let's try again. And the key is gone as well. Yes, that means we've finished exactly what I wanted to. So we can select a picture. It is written to Ionic Storage right here. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger for our demonstration with all the data of the base64 string. If I now refresh the application, it will load the image from storage. And I can finally call delete, which would delete the key from storage. That was fun. That was really fun. It was like the most fun thing I've done probably today. But there's one more thing I wanted to show you. And that is the progress on my blocks. So this is like something I pretty much haven't shown anyone so far. Let's run the dev version of Svelte. So I've been playing around with Svelte a bit, and this is what the block looks like so far. Is this a bit too big? I don't know. Of course, it's also using Tailwind. So I've just set up a few pages how they might look like. Just the beginning, footer element, and the header elements. Generated all the necessary pages. That looks awesome. Definitely not working. Also, most important functionality of anything these days, having a dark mode, which kind of looks good on some pages, but doesn't look very good on others. And for the block, it's also somewhat working already. So I'm able to display some, well, that's really a bit too big. I'm actually able to display my post. That doesn't seem to work with dark mode yet. But you notice everything is just blazing fast. When I navigate around here to something, open a post, it just immediately, because all of this is pre-rendered or using server-side rendering. Actually not sure what I got activated right now. And this is really, really fun to play with. Yeah, SvelteKit is so fast. It's now also using white under the hood. I think it's, or what's it called, white? Or I haven't used it in my configuration here. I don't know. So really, it's really fast. And hopefully in like a few months, this might become the next version of my block. Well, yeah, that's the progress. That's actually the most fun thing. That's also where I spent 60-90 minutes today, because I was in the wrong project and couldn't make the SvelteKit build work. That was so much fun. But anyway, I think we've built something pretty cool. Let's go back here. Once again, I'm very sorry for the pretty horrible start today. If you're watching this later, sorry again. I messed up. My sound and my complete machine dropped exactly when I wanted to go live. Then I think I pressed the button twice and I didn't use the right title, so it didn't use the right YouTube video. So everything was like, yeah, totally messed up. How did you do the app frames with live content, Ray? Is this about the Svelte static block, or is this about the React application that we've just built? I'm not completely sure what you mean. How did you do the app frames with live content? I did run the live reload command, if you mean this, which is, I think, still open. Any prediction for Svelte? Well, predictions. It's predictions in the JavaScript world are always challenging. From my feeling, it definitely feels great to use Svelte. It's quite easy if you've used React or Angular before. There are a lot of things that work a lot easier. Like if you have some kind of observable, you just put a $sign in front of it, and then it will automatically subscribe. Pretty much like if you would use the async pipe with Angular. So there are a lot of cool and easy things. You got the benefits that you would usually also get with Next.js, and I think since there's not really anything for Angular developers that compares to Next.js, I think probably some Angular developers will move over to Svelte. We can't see the screen. Oh yeah, that's great. If I had a button, this would be a lot easier. So I'm gonna make this a lot bigger so you can see it better. So this would be like Angular, and then you had like my ops with Svelte, and it would already subscribe. So it's comparable, and a lot of things are pretty easy with Svelte. If you check out the source code, I don't know if there's any easy file here. Probably not, because those are actually a bit more challenging. We got the server-side stuff, which fetches the API. But if you look at the code for the actual HTML, it's pretty easy to understand this. Like Angular, I think Angular is more challenging with the ngIf and ngFor and whatnot. So this is pretty straightforward. And I feel like I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna break my block with Svelte, but at this point, well, I got a nice base from this. So this looks okay. And I'm trying to make this work, and I'm trying to integrate a bit of styling, and the routing works so far. So I see no reason not to use Svelte, because I think in the future Svelte might become even more popular, and I'm definitely planning also to do a little tutorial on Svelte and Capacitor. Maybe we're gonna do this next week, I don't know. We can't see the screen. Yeah, I fixed that. I'm having challenges regarding forms and validations. Yes. The whole Angular form validation is like terrible. I think this could be a lot easier. It will be a bit better with type forms with Angular 14, but overall still Angular forms so painful. Now, once again, I'm sorry that the stream didn't start at the right time. I hope I'm gonna make it next week. I always have already like a half an hour before the stream scheduled in my calendar to set up everything, and then still like my headphones didn't work and I had to switch something, then the whole PC freeze. Like I'm not gonna block on like an hour before the next stream. And next week, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to talk about next week, but maybe something with Next.js or Svelte and Capacitor. If you got any questions, as always, just ping me up on Twitter. And of course, also the reminder, there are still, thanks for subscribing, still slots available for Ionic Blocks. And of course, there's always place for you in the Ioniq Academy. So go check out Ionic Blocks and the Ioniq Academy. And I will hopefully catch all of you next week and even more. Last week we were even close to 80. This week I just mixed up the links, so that's where we're just 20. But still, I am thankful for the 20 who joined. I hope you have a great Thursday if you have still a few hours left, and a great Friday tomorrow. And then a happy weekend and happy coding, and until next time,